Hi, this is Rusty Williams. I'm part owner of MyMedigapConsultant.com. We help people turning 65 understand their options with Medicare. We put this video together to help educate you on what those options are and also give you an idea of what it's like to work with us. The presentation you're about to see is what we give all our clients who are aging on to Medicare. That's going to answer many of the questions that you probably already have. However, you do have some that aren't covered. Feel free to contact us at the contact information provided, and we'd be glad to answer those questions for you. Now, let's get on to the fun that is Medicare. Turning 65, you have or will be swamped with junk mail. We call this the Medicare tsunami. You're going to get flooded with a tidal wave of junk mail. Some of my clients jokingly tell me that they've never felt so important or wanted in their life. However, after we review everything in the presentation, you can throw it all away. You're probably getting tons of phone calls from call centers from all over the country. Now, once we go through this again, you can start ignoring those calls. You're probably getting confused by a lot of advice from friends. After our presentation, you'll be able to show your friends why they are paying too much for their coverage. Don't worry about a thing. We're going to make this very simple for you. You see, all the junk mail, the phone calls, and the emails start about 6 months before you turn 65. Now, there's a reason for that, because everybody knows that's when you can start considering your options with Medicare. Now, with Medicare Part A, B, C, and D, you have a certain window. You have 3 months before you turn 65, the month you turn 65, and 3 months after you turn 65 to enroll in Medicare. Now, with Medigap plans or Medicare supplement plans, open enrollment is different. You generally have the month you turn 65 and 5 months after that. However, depending on the company, some will give you 3 to 6 months to apply before you turn 65, so you can apply before then. However, we recommend enrolling early to receive your cards and info before the effective date. That way you'll have time to make sure there are no mistakes. Now, parts of Medicare, there's Medicare Part A. Most people think of that as hospital insurance, hospital stays, skilled nursing facilities. Think of that as rehab. It's an example of what Part A covers. Part B, medical insurance. Think of doctor visits, outpatient surgery, tests, durable medical equipment, etc. Now, Part A and Part B are often referred to as original Medicare. Part C is called Medicare Advantage plans. These plans replace Part A and Part B. You assign your Medicare Part A and Part B to the insurance company that gives you the Medicare Advantage plan. Then there's prescription drug plan. That's going to cover your medicines. And then there's Medicare supplement plans, also called Medigap plans. These cover some or all the gaps in Medicare Part A and Part B. Now, your Part A is generally free to most people because of the number of quarters they have paid into the tax system over their working career. Most people do have a Part B premium. Now, original Medicare, remember that's Part A and Part B. With original Medicare, you have Part A for hospitals. You have a $1,288 deductible per benefit period. If you're in the hospital for more than 60 days, for days 61 through 90, you pay $322 per day. For days 91 through 150, you pay $644 per day. Days after 150, you pay all of that. Now, with skilled nursing facility, you pay $161 per day for days 21 through 100. Medicare Part A picks up the first 20 days. You pay 100% for skilled nursing facility after 100 days. Now, Medicare Part B, that's going to cover your doctors. That's a $166 calendar year deductible. Remember this number because we'll come back to it later. You will be responsible for 20% of the Medicare approved charges that are not paid by Medicare, plus all excess charges, and 100% of medically necessary emergency care received in a foreign country. Now, there are two ways to cover the gaps we just talked about. The first one is taking Medicare Part A and B, a prescription drug plan with Part D, and then a Medicare supplement plan. These fill in the gaps of Medicare Part A and B and offers the most comprehensive coverage. Medicare Part C, again, Medicare Advantage plans. We talked about earlier, you assign Part A and Part B to the insurance company. They give you Medicare Advantage plan. It does cover some of the gaps, but it leaves you with more out-of-pocket exposure than a Medicare supplement plan. So let's talk about the two popular plans, Plan F and Medicare Advantage or Part C. A Medicare supplement Plan F is generally what I'd like to describe as buffet style. You have one price, get all you want. It has a monthly premium. There are no co-pays or deductibles. There are no networks, so if your doctor accepts Medicare, they will take your Medicare supplement. It's going to have no maximum out-of-pocket exposure, so $0 out of your pocket for that. You will have to purchase a separate drug plan with a Medicare supplement plan. They are not part of a Medicare supplement plan. Benefits stay the same each year. The only thing you have to worry about is the premium. It's guarantee renewable, so if you have a heart attack, stroke, cancer, any of those illnesses, as long as you pay your premium, you can stay on that plan. You can change your plans at any time during the year. This is a big misunderstanding for a lot of people. As long as you can answer the health questions of the company you're going to, you can change your plan at any time. Now, Medicare Advantage plans, completely different animal. I like to describe it as a cafeteria style or pay-as-you-go. Generally going to have low monthly premiums, but you're going to have co-pays for doctors and hospitals. You're going to have to deal with networks, HMO or a PPO network. You're going to have maximum out-of-pocket exposure up to $6,700 for HMOs, what we see. Also with PPOs, out-of-network exposure limits up to $10,000. It usually has a prescription drug plan built into it. However, benefits on these change each year. The Affordable Care Act took a lot of money out of the Medicare Advantage plans a couple years ago. So some carriers have had to make some significant changes to their plans because of that money being removed to help pay for the Affordable Care Act. Your plan can also opt out of your area. So you could be in a county where there are very few options. You can be in a county where there are plenty of options. But those options can change each year, and we've seen that in a number of counties across the country. With a Medicare Advantage plan, generally you can change only during the annual enrollment period, which is October the 15th through December the 7th, unless you have a special enrollment period. One of those might be moving, things like that. Now, typically we ask clients, what side do you fall on? Do you like the Medicare supplement? Do you like the Medicare Advantage? Most people tend to like the Medicare supplement because of the benefits we've listed. However, we also show them that people love their Medicare supplement plans when they get sick. People love their Medicare Advantage plans when they're healthy. So that leads us to say, think of it this way. You don't buy car insurance in case you don't have a car accident. You buy car insurance to protect your assets if you do have an accident. It's the same with Medicare insurance. It's not a matter of if you'll get sick. It's a matter of when. No one has a crystal ball and can tell them when they're going to get sick. But when you do get sick, you will want to be on a Medicare supplement plan. Plain and simple. Now, one of the things I want to talk to you about standardization. Now, if you're turning 65, you've probably received this pamphlet in the mail. It is the 2015. I don't think they've come out with the 16 yet. Choosing a Medigap policy, a guide to health insurance for people with Medicare. Medicare or CMS sends that to you. Now, I always say it's a great cure for insomnia. If you need to keep that by your bed and read it, it will put you to sleep. If you have made it to page 9, you will see this. I've highlighted it here. It's the bottom of page 9. Each standardized Medigap policy must offer the same basic benefits, no matter which insurance company sells it. Cost is usually the only difference between Medigap policies with the same letter sold by different insurance companies. So what does all that mean? We like to describe it as 2 boxes of Cheerios. If you go to Walmart and buy a box of Cheerios, and if you go to Harris Teeter and buy a box of Cheerios, the prices may be different, but when you get home, you have the same box of Cheerios. That's the way it is with Medicare supplements and standardization. The government standardizes them so no one will pay faster, better than any other plan. ABC's plan benefits have to be exactly like XYZ's plan benefits. Now, we talked about Plan F. We're also going to switch tracks here a little bit and show you why we don't recommend Plan F. And we'll show you why your friends will likely be paying more than what you will pay. Plan F is the most comprehensive plan, but it is not the best overall value. And we'll show you that here in a second. Usage tends to be higher because Plan F is a first dollar coverage. So there are no deductibles, no copays with Plan F. You go to your doctor, you give them your card. As long as Medicare approves that, you will have no bill. Rates tend to increase because of that first dollar coverage. You tend to have a sicker pool of people on F over time. Plan F will close to new enrollees in 2020. And Plan F is guaranteed issue in certain situations, so that impacts the rates also. Guaranteed issue is a situation where your company may have gone bankrupt. At that point, you have a guaranteed issue opportunity to go into anybody else's Plan F with no health questions. So if you just had a heart attack, stroke, or cancer, you can go into Medicare Plan F, Medicare Supplement Plan F, with no health questions. So you tend to have a sicker pool of people on that. We like to make the case for Plan G. Now, if you look at Plan F and Plan G side by side, you'll only see one difference, and that is the Part B deductible. And if you remember earlier, we talked about that for 2016, and that was going to be $166 per year. So that's your Part B deductible. So when you go to the hospital, that's Part A. When you go to your doctor, that's Part B. You're going to be paying the first $166 there. Typically, Plan F, however, is $300 or more per year in annual premium than Plan G is. So why pay your company $300 more for your Plan F to cover that $166 Part B deductible? To us, it makes no sense. We'd ask you the same thing. We hope you see that. Why not pay the $166 yourself and keep the savings in your pocket? Now, the benefits of going with Plan G. Like we said earlier, Plan F tends to have a less healthy pool of people due to that guaranteed issue feature. And it also has what I like to call the lazy agent sale. They see all the the coverage that Plan F offers, and they say it's going to be the best plan. They don't take another step beyond that to do the math, and they see that, oh, Plan F is great, so they put clients on Plan F. Plan G is not guaranteed to issue, so if your company went bankrupt, you cannot get into Plan G without answering health questions. However, since you are turning 65, that is the only time you can get onto Plan G with no health questions. So likely right now, this is your best time to get on Plan G. Again, it's guaranteed renewable like all other Medicare supplement plans. They cannot cancel you when you're on it. Because of that deductible, you tend to have a healthier pool of people on Plan G. And so that will keep the rates more stable over time. And just to recap, Plan G plus the annual Part B deductible is F. They're the same. So let's look at some rates. Now, at this point during the presentation, we'll pull up some proprietary software that we use that allows us to compare all the plans that are available to you in your area. It can be as many as 150 different Medicare plans. A number of carriers are out there, some you've heard of, some you have not. We typically do that for clients. Those rates are based on your zip code. Many people are familiar with Medicare Part D from talking with their friends. They've heard of the donut hole or the coverage gap. Now, the phases of Medicare Part D, you generally have a deductible, and that amount changes each year. Then you have your initial coverage period. Depending on what year it is, this amount changes. This year for 2016, it's $3,310. Once you and the plan pay $3,310, you go into the donut hole. As you continue to use generics or brands, you pay a higher percentage of that. Once you've spent $4,850, you come out of the donut hole or coverage gap, and you go into catastrophic coverage, where you pay 5% of the cost, $295 for generic or $740 for name brand drugs. Now, since each person's list of medicines that they take are different, those have a big impact on what's going to be available to you and what plan might make most sense for you. So that's definitely something we review with clients on a one-on-one basis. Now, a couple things you want to watch out for. So believe it or not, you might not be getting all the truth. So we always like to tell people, remember what the standardized plans, what that means. It's like that box of Cheerios. No plan pays better, faster than any other. If they have a premium that's twice as much, it doesn't mean that plan is twice as better. It just means you're paying more for the same coverage. Compare the same letter plans. Compare Plan F versus Plan F, or Plan G versus Plan G. Don't make the check payable out to the agent. Don't let anyone pressure you into buying a plan. If they won't leave that information with you or give you time to think about what your options are, run. That's a sign they're going to use high pressure sales tactics to get you to enroll in their plan. We don't recommend working with a captive or company agents. That could cost you more in the long run, and we'll show you how. Going direct. Some people believe that if they go direct to the company, they can get a better rate. With Medicare supplement premiums, the premiums are what they are. Companies offer the same premiums we as brokers offer. You pay the same amount if you work with us or if you don't. We do tend to find that once you have enrolled with a company direct or with a captive agent, someone who can only represent one company, they're going to ignore you because they have no other reason to contact you. They can't show you any other plan. No one from a direct company or a captive company will ever call you and tell you about the great deal that their competitor's company, ABC, is offering for the exact same coverage, and it's $40 less a month. They're never going to call you. They have no reason to call you. Generally, it's for a direct or a captive agent. It's sell it and move on to the next one. Again, when the rates get too high, no one's going to call you and let you know of other options. You have to start that process all over again, contacting several agents, contacting several companies, checking rates again. Who wants to do that? So you might ask why I work with my Medigap consultant. Like I mentioned earlier, our service is free to you. We review your Medigap plans and help you enroll. We help with Part D selection. We help you go use the Medicare.gov Plan Finder tool. Annual reviews of your plans. As brokers, we work for you, not for the companies. We represent a number of companies. We try to represent the most competitive companies out there. They're financially strong, very big companies. They tend to have more stable rates over time. Those are the companies we like to represent. We specialize in the senior market. We make the complicated easy to understand. We hope you see this in this video, and you have better things to do with your time than to research all that is Medicare. So, how we typically work with clients, we typically work over the phone and online. Just like you right now watching this video, we typically work through your computer and phone. One of the reasons we feel it's safer for you, we'll show you who we are. We'll show you proof we're insurance brokers and we're licensed in your state. Who wants to make time for an agent to stop by? We come to your computer and your phone. No need to clean up. You can do it in your pajamas. We won't look. We'll work with you via screen share. It makes the process simple. A screen share basically is software that allows you from your computer screen to view our computer screen. You'll see our mouse move around just like this, and we'll pull up the rates for you and show you based on your situation what plan would work for you. Because we're independent, we represent the most competitive carriers in your area. It allows us to give you an unbiased opinion based on our experience with each of those companies. Besides, like I said earlier, who wants to call 10 different companies? So what's next? You can reach us by phone at 888-729-9364. Again, 888-729-9364. Or you can email us at info@mymedigapconsultant.com. At that point, Kent or Rusty, myself, will be in contact with you to talk about what plans and rates are available to you. Feel free to share this with your friends that may be turning 65 or over 65. A lot of them don't realize that the Medicare Supplement Plan F they have may not be the best option for you. Feel free to share this video with them. Thanks, and give us a call. We'd be glad to help.